What really drove this report is we wanted an understanding of what are the potential economic costs and consequences if we don't invest sufficiently in water infrastructure here in Texas. My name's Gabriel Collins. I'm here at the Baker Institute. I'm the Baker Botts Fellow in Energy and Environmental Regulatory Affairs, and I'm affiliated with the Center for Energy Studies. The key findings is, one, Texas has fewer shock absorbers for adapting to severe drought than we did in the 1950s, for instance, or even in 2011. Our population is bigger. More of our water consumption is going to cities and factories and things that you can't fallow when there's a drought. And we also found that there's a significant need for additional investment in infrastructure if we want to get ahead of these problems and ensure that more resilient before the next drought strikes. In terms of solutions, the lowest hanging fruit is just doing a better job of getting the water that we treat now to consumers without it leaking out of pipes. To kind of put it in perspective for folks, if you look at the big Vista Ridge pipeline project that moves water about 145 miles from central Texas into San Antonio, that moves about 50,000 acre-feet a year of water. We lose over 10 times that much just through leaky pipes. It's something that's probably $2 billion or so worth of water every year. When we're looking at the medium and longer term, things like desalination and water recycling become increasingly important. They basically give us either drought resilient, or in some cases, if you're talking about seawater desalination, resources that are literally drought proof, and that's going to be very important as Texas continues growing. There's really two areas that we found of particular concern in terms of the energy sector. One is the downstream part of the oil and gas business. When you look at refineries, you look at petrochemical facilities, they tend to be very water intensive. The other area, and this is one where you can have statewide impacts in a worst case, is a lot of our electrical power system is still very tightly linked to water availability. And the reason for that is thermal power plants require some type of cooling to function. And if these water supplies are impaired or interrupted, you may have to derate your plant's output where you're not able to put as much electricity on the grid. And in a worst case, and we've seen an example of this during the 2011 to 2015 drought, sometimes a plant can actually have to shut down for prolonged periods. The most important takeaway message is this is an opportunity for us to invest, to grow, and the same way that investment in public infrastructure like roads often yields a disproportionate positive economic payoff, water infrastructure is the same way, where every public dollar spent can also yield multiple dollars of lifetime benefits that every Texan in various ways is able to benefit from.